Bob, it's Jeremy Holtham here.
Jeremy.
How are you?
I'm not doing too badly.
Good. I'm very glad to finally speak to you.
Yes, we're going out for a meal tonight.
Have you? Where are you going?
We're going to have a little pub down in Gretna.
Gretna Green?
Yes.
Where people elope?
Pardon?
Is that right? Where people elope, isn't it, Gretna Green?
There's 4 of us going, yes.
Good. Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. When are you going out?
Pardon?
When are you going out? When will you going out?
5 o'clock.
Oh, crikey. Right, 20 minutes time. Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to catch up with you because I've obviously been watching everything and you know, feeling for you really as you've been battling and trying to sort of, I suppose you could say, work out which way you want to go, really.
Right. Well, I'm going on Saturday. I'm shifting.
You're leaving, are you?
Yes, I'm going on Saturday. I'm going to a little bungalow in Longtown, they call the place.
Yeah?
About 7 miles off Carlisle.
It's not far from Carlisle, but closer to Tracy, yeah?
Yes, it's much nearer.
Good.
Much nearer.
So she'll be able to come and see you, won't she? So you won't be...
Oh, I'm going to take the job on a Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday.
Oh, brilliant.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes.
So it's all worked out okay in the end?
Yes.
Yeah? Because I think I think you've helped to galvanise an awful lot of people.
Well, I'm hoping so.
Yeah, oh you have. I don't think it's finished yet, really. I think that
No.
it may well... I put with Trace's help, put a post on. I'm going to do a video.
Yeah,
I think,
I hope that man gets beat yet.
I think it's about that, and it's also about really kind of people sort of saying enough's enough, isn't it, really?
That's right.
Because this sort of thing happens all the time, doesn't it?
Yes, but it's not a good one, like.
Not at all, no.
No.
How old is Darky? Because funnily enough...
It's 10 past February.
Yeah, how old is Darky? How long have you had him?
Well, I've had him 10 years.
Have you? Because do you know what's really funny? We have a Bouvier, and he has a red thing exactly like you had on Darky.
Right.
And just to ring you up, he's just come upstairs.
Right.
So I must photograph him, because I'm actually videoing this,
Right.
if that's okay with you. Because I'm going to put a bit, because I understand, you know, there comes a point when you're ready to sort of move on.
That's right.
And I think if the right opportunity comes up, you have to do so, don't you?
That's correct.
But I think that, funnily enough, he's going to be possibly in a TV show.
Oh.
Yeah, so you must keep it warmed up, because you know when you get your 15 minutes of fame, if you handle it right, it opens up so many opportunities for you.
Well, there's supposed to be a television coming on Saturday.
Is there?
I saw it here.
Brilliant.
And one next Tuesday.
Yeah, excellent.
That's what I've been told.
Right, fantastic. So we'll hopefully have to come up to, we're hoping to come up to the Lake District, so if we do, we'll come up and meet you.
Yes.
Which will be very, very nice.
Yeah.
Brilliant, Bob. Okay, well it's lovely to talk to you, and I hope I've helped a bit.
Well, that's great. I'm delighted you've phoned.
It's a pleasure.
Yes.
You know,
I'll hear from you again.
You definitely will, Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep in touch. And obviously I'm in touch with Tracy now, so...
Yes, I'm sure. She's a nice lass.
She's a lovely person, isn't she?
She is.
And I think it's got a long way, so we'll see if we can just push it up a bit higher.
We'll see if we can push it up a bit higher, get it over the 300,000.
Yeah.
Good man, okay, well have a great meal this evening, and I hope I'll be able to meet you in the fairly near future, Bob.
Do it.
It's great to talk to you.
Lovely.
You take care, best of luck on Saturday.
Thank you very much for getting us a call.
My pleasure.
Okay.
Cheers for now.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you.
And you, bye. Boy. Come here, boy. So, I just had a nice conversation with Bob, who I've not spoken to till today, and I felt pretty relaxed actually that he's done his bit fighting. But he's going to be carrying on. There are going to be TV companies coming up and interviewing him over the weekend, although he is moving definitely to a small bungalow. It's only 7 miles from his close friend Tracy, who started the petition, and in addition it's not far from his wife's grave, so I think there's a point at which it naturally releases, and I think that the care home have got a lot of bad energy from all this, and I think that it's really quite likely that somebody else is going to step in there and take them over properly. But I wanted to still suggest you keep the petition going, because, you know, if it stops at 260 odd thousand signatures, there's going to be no debate in any parliament, and it will probably quieten down, and if it quietens down, then you know, until the next incident happens with somebody where the same thing occurs, there's going to be no significant changes, And whereas if it carries on going, heading up, you know, beyond the 300,000, then there are two messages that come out of that. One is that people are at last really standing for things that really matter, and secondly, that they want real change. Now, on that point, there was a letter that was sent from the Scottish Government, and I sent them and the leader of the Labour Party and the Prime Minister and one or two other people a letter, and I've received the usual sort of reply from a minion saying we'll get back to you, and in the case of Mr. Corbyn, it was we'll get back to you in you know, 7 days, and it's now 14, which isn't terribly impressive really. And I just wanted to comment on the letter that has come, because it is typical of so much of this really. I do think that when somebody of 87 chooses to take a stand when he's on dialysis, whether you agree, whether the politicians agree, whether they feel they have other priorities, I think it is important to acknowledge the courage for that person in taking a stand, and that hasn't happened yet. It might, but this letter is an example of the sort of bureaucratic twaddle that does come out of government, and it's addressed to Mr. Shooter. There's no address on it for it to be sent to him. It may have been emailed, I don't know. But it's full of the sort of bureaucratic waffle that government is so good at. And I think that the reason I became involved with this is because we have reached a point where the country treats people as faceless numbers. Everyone is treated the same way. Large numbers of people have been become dependent on benefits, and it becomes very difficult to move off that. The country has burnt money for years as though it grew on trees, and it doesn't. And I think the attitude of the government really has to change, because they need to understand too that in the real world we've got to change how we look after people when they get older. We've got to change the education system so that people are encouraged to aim higher rather than encouraged to survive. And we do have to start respecting the fact that some people have the courage to make a difference, and at the moment many don't. And those that set the example should rightly be recognised, because they inspire everyone else. So with all that, this is Jeremy Holton, music producer, and I think that most of my work with this is done now. I hope it will go further. I hope that you will read the update carefully and consider that it might be a good thing to push it above the 300,000, or even to go for a bigger target, but that is in your hands and not mine. Thanks very much for watching.